Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
Well, it's Saturday night again. This is a pre-recorded video. So if you're watching it today, it was recorded a week ago or more. This should be the Monday of the last week of the year 2017. And the most important thing I'm going to do right now, is open this bottle here and pour me some water, as this has been in the refrigerator for a while. And you know something else that I just realized? I don't have a Glencairn here, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now I have 3 clean Glencairns, and I have 3 whiskeys that I'm going to go on a flight tonight. This is going to be an international kind of flight because we got whiskeys from 3 different countries. And so that's going to be interesting. None of which are Scotch this week. I just wanted to give you an idea what my desk looks like, minus these bottles and minus the Glencairns. I'll put a little clip right here. As you can see, I've got a lot of samples, and this is only on my desk. I've got a bunch more on the bar, so it's going to be a while till I get to through all of them. It may take the entire month of January and a bit into February, but now at the end of the year, I'm going to go give you kind of a broad spectrum in 3 bottles of the whiskey world, not counting Scotland. But this tastes a bit like Scotch because it's from a bottle of Scotch, which I'm getting the last little bit out of. Okay, so I guess I've been known for making videos about Canadian whiskeys. There's a fair amount of Canadiana already in the videos that I have posted, but in the upcoming 6 months or so, there's going to be a lot more Canadiana because I've been picking up quite a bit of Canadian whiskey in the last few months, especially the premium spirits release of the 4th of November. There was a lot of Canadian whiskey in there that I wanted to try. And I even bought some more tonight. I think I bought 2 bottles of Canadian whiskey tonight. At least 2. Oh yeah, one was the Heritage from 40 Creek, and the other one was a second bottle of Lot 40 Rye, just in case. I like the first one a lot, and it disappears fast, so I'll have one for later when the stuff will not be obtainable anymore. I've kind of done the same with Elijah Craig 12-year-old bourbon. I haven't bought the small batch yet to do a comparison, but I'm going to stop babbling about all this stuff and let's get on to today's. There's a bit of dust on the bottle because this has been sitting here for a while. Been sitting under my bar for a while, and it is that's not it. It is the Royal Reserve. Looks like this, and it just says, a proud Canadian. There's your, this won't get you pregnant on the back, and it doesn't even say, it just says since 1881, and it's from Corby Spirits, and Corby is written in very small letters right there, but Corby is the empire that has Wisers and Lot 40, and a lot of Canadian brands. I can't think of them all offhand right now, but there's Wisers and Lot 40, and there's Royal Reserve, and a bunch of others. Special Old. Special Old has the same cap as this one too. So this was mostly a mixing whiskey. back in the 60s and 70s when cocktails were big. This sold like crazy, and it's supposed to be a mixer, but according to something I just read, it's also has some complexity but subtlety. And I've been reading this book right here about Canadian whiskey by Davin de Kergamo, this one here. And this was sent to me by Sneerson. Thanks again, Sneerson. I'm enjoying this book a lot. I'm more than half of the way through it, and that's just reading for a half hour every here and there when I wake up in the afternoon before going to work. And so like I said, I'm enjoying this a lot and learning a lot from it too. And very interesting history. Not only does he talk about production, but he talks about how the business end of the thing was going, and how people would buy and sell distilleries and acquire distilleries and make them bigger, and create things like the Corby Empire that we have to this day. Yeah. Ah. It's subtle. I'm getting corn and rye, mostly. Corn and rye and gentleness. There's a hint of pizza too, but that's because I had pizza a while ago. And when I came home with my groceries, I came in the door, I smelled pizza immediately. But besides the pizza, it's bottled at 40% alcohol by volume. It's a 750 milliliter bottle. This is the kind of thing you'll see on bottom shelves in liquor stores all over Canada. That's not a bad thing. Nothing at all offensive. Gentle rye. Getting some caramel. Getting some caramel. Some vanilla. It's light, but the nose is getting more complex as I nose it some more. It's only at 40%. What did this cost me, just out of curiosity? It cost me $22.29, with the total including taxes $25.63, and 10 cents more for the bottle deposit, so $25.73, rounded up to 75 because we don't have pennies anymore. So $25.75. This is what it cost me, Canadian dollars. So in American, that's like $19 US. If I was in Washington State, this bottle would probably cost $9 and have $6 or $7 in taxes on it. So it would be around $16, $17. So it compares favorably, but I didn't see this when I was in the States a couple months back. But I didn't go to all that many stores, admittedly. Yeah, the nose is not unpleasant. It's subtle. It's not overpowering at all. But the idea behind Canadian whiskey, and especially this kind of Canadian mixing whiskey, is it's supposed to be smooth and elegant And it's the kind of thing that I like when I've come home from work and I don't want anything very demanding. I mean, you can have things like, Ardbeg Kelpie, and you can have things like, Lefroy Glore to your heart's content, but it gets somewhat pricey to be drinking them every day. And this is the kind of thing at this price that I would be drinking every day when I come home from work. So I've got several different bottles of this kind of whiskey, Canadian bottom shelf. Let's give it a taste. Mm. It has a surprisingly thick mouthfeel. It's alkaline, slippery. A bit of water. Do this again. It coats the tongue. It coats all the insides of the mouth. It is quite subtle. Very, very, very smooth. I know for some people smooth is a bad word, but this goes down like liquid water. Like liquid light, just like nothing. Like there's nothing there. I smell once again. The corn, sweetness, the rye. But it's not overly sweet, it's just right. Something came in. New comment on my unboxing that I did earlier tonight. I unboxed some samples. Here again is the clip of what my desk looks like minus these bottles and Glencairns. Bit of toffee. Just a hint. A very hint of bitterness at the end. But the mouthfeel is quite viscous for a 40% alcohol by volume whiskey. I think this is the most viscous 40% alcohol whiskey I have ever had. It's warming too. It's very warming. This is the kind of dram that you're at a campfire with 4 or 5 friends. This is the one where you open the bottle and you throw the cap in. You each take a pull every now and then if you want to get really drunk. If you want to just take the edge off after work, this is one of the smoothest, easiest drinking ways to do it. It tastes really nice. And it's elegant without being overpowering in any way. It's just smooth, light, easy to drink. In fact, this would be a very good introduction to whiskey for people who've never had whiskey before. This is a good introduction to whiskey in general. Not just Scotch, but just whiskey. I started with something similar like this with Weiser's Deluxe. Great beginner whiskey, or a whiskey for people with experience, but who just don't want to be bothered with overly heavy, overly complex, overly challenging things. It's another one of those good ones like Golden Wedding or my all-time favorite, Alberta Premium. This would be a little smoother than Alberta Premium. Lighter in flavor, but still a good bottom shelf Canadian whiskey. Cheers.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Yeah.